our whole life, and we were always around famous people. I mean, our pop was famous, but you know, the other side of the family too. Our grandfather, Tom Harmon, won the Heisman Trophy at Michigan in 1940. Our uncle was playing football when we were little kids, and he became Gibbs on NCIS. Mark Harmon, that's our uncle. Yeah, we're going to be selling his telephone number at the merchandise table after the show. It's a big seller. Tell him that Gunner sent you, okay? He'll love it. But anyways, it was like the thing was we never saw our family, the people in our family, have kind of a celebrity moment. They just didn't do it, especially Oz and Harriet and our dad. You know, our dad was the sweetest, kindest guy ever. And we thought, oh, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be something pretty cool. You know, maybe we'll sell some records. And we had no idea that one day we went to the shopping mall where we lived to get, I don't know, socks and underwear or something, and couldn't get anybody to help us out. The next week, we had an in-store signing thing for our record that had dropped, and they had to call the police to close it down because kids were getting hurt. There were 3 levels of screaming teenage girls wanting a piece of my brother here. So it was surreal, to say the least. And the thing was, Gunner and I could get away. We went out on tour, 13 months. We never saw our home. And it was six shows in arenas all over the country, some parts of the world, Japan, things like that. It was an amazing thing. It's what we always wanted. The thing was, Gunner and I were fine if on a day off we went out by ourselves and went to like a mall just to try to be human or just go anywhere. Because people would go, oh, look at that jerk. He's trying to be one of the Nelsons. Like, when you put the 2 of us together, it was a whole different thing. It got really kind of scary. And Gunner and I, after the tour ended, we kind of split off a little bit to kind of collect ourselves a little bit. We were pretty depleted. And he stayed in California, and I came out here to New Jersey. And there was a friend of ours that we had written songs with back in 1986-87 when Bon Jovi was the biggest band on the planet. New Jersey was the center of it. And he had written some songs with John and the guys. His name was Jack Ponte. He just passed away. And he lived in Toms River, New Jersey. And so Gunner and I, when we were kids, we had gone crabbing and hanging out in Barnegat Bay and doing all that kind of stuff just because we had family that lived there. But years later, we were writing with this guy who was a big record producer. And for some reason, I felt like it was my place to kind of go and be normal. And it was neat. It was a little bit scary, though, because my friend Jack was a little twisted. And for fun one day, he said, hey, I got to go get something at the Ocean County Mall, so will you come with me? I said, sure. And we went there, and I got to the mall there. This is at the height of like our Nelson Mania thing that we had for that 5 minutes. And we showed up, and I said, Jack, this might not be a good idea. I'm just kind of getting a bad feeling about this. And he looked at me, and he snickered, and he went, oh, no, we're going in. I said, okay. And I said, just don't say anything, okay? And I said, where are we going? He said, just watch this. And he walked up to some girl who was working at one of the jewelry stores, like Kay Jewelers, and said, I could see him, like, he was like 100 feet away, and I could see him going like this, pointing at me, and I went, oh, no. And she went and told everybody in the store, and within 1 minute, the cops came. It got just like zoomed out. And there's my buddy Jack over in the corner laughing his ass off. He thought it was the funniest thing ever. But for some reason, New Jersey was that kind of thing where you could play jokes and have fun. People tended to be different here. I don't know what it is. They're fun. You guys are fun little people. You know? And he always called us the sun-kissed Malibu Beach Twins. You know, he thought that was hysterical. You know, America in general over the last 15 years, we've all gotten so thin-skinned. Not so much. Not in Jersey. Jersey is not that way. Nope. I have to say that we give credit to New Jersey for really giving us a thick skin that we really needed in the music business. Because one of the first things we did was we went up to Manhattan with a little demo tape and our friend Jack. We wrote some songs, recorded them, and got turned down by every single label in Manhattan, which is kind of part of the thing that happens. But boy, people can be rude when they're turning you down and crashing your dreams. You know, they do it with style though in New Jersey. But it was really it was a good place. And so we have to say that when we come home, even though it's not quite the same because the Ponte family was Pontriero, they were an Italian family. And there were 4 generations of this Italian family living in this tiny little house in Toms River. Mrs. Ponte, Mrs. P, we called her, she chain smoked and swore like a trucker and was like the most unbelievable cook ever. Everybody smoked except for us. It was kind of like, you know, we had black lung after being there. But they loved each other harder than any family we've ever seen, you know. It was okay to be honest and real. And yeah, they swore a lot, but it actually worked out for us in the sense that they're always going to be a part of who we are and what we do. And every once in a while, you know, Gunner will bust my chops, and it's like, it just feels like I'm back in New Jersey